Tebow. He's running all the way back to the left to the 5-yard line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. The Clippers on the low block, kick out downtown, Yahtzee.
Two pitch, face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
In front of the goal mouth, they jump for it. The header finds the back of the net. Hadley Camo with a spectacular play.
Good afternoon. I hope you're ready for some field hockey. You are watching NHIAA Championship Field Hockey, and it's time for the New Hampshire High School Field Hockey Division I Championship game brought to you by Heritage Home Service. Broadcasting live on NFHS Network, I'm Pete MacDonald, along with your play-by-play host, Scott O'Donnell. Today's Division I game has the reigning state champions, the Dover Green Wave, taking on the undefeated Keene Blackbirds. Scott, you and I have been broadcasting D1 games all season and have had the pleasure of watching these two teams play this season. How fitting it is that it ends up being the number 1 and number 2 teams squaring off for the trophy.
It certainly is, Pete, and what a season we've had. An incredible playoff run. We've talked about it throughout the season. There weren't a lot of things separating the first place team all the way down to the 10th place team. In fact, it went right down to the last week of the season that created the leaderboard and the way in which the playoffs were going to play out. And here we are, a state championship final game for all the marbles. And on both sides of the ball, we have superior talent. And when it comes to athletic prowess throughout the state of New Hampshire, well, you're in for a treat because these girls are some amazing athletes. In fact, on Dover's side of the ball, we have senior captain Erin Lynch. She's headed off to play Division I field hockey at Sacred Heart University. And on the Keene side of the ball, we also have another Division I player.
For the NHIAA Division I State Field Hockey Championship.
We're going to cut over. No, that's okay. We're going to cut over to the player introductions, and then we'll come back. So we're going to take a pause here.
For coming out to support your team today. High school sports are an extension of the classroom learning experience. The student athletes in front of you have worked all season in classrooms as well as practice to be able to play here today. As we encourage them to demonstrate good sportsmanship, we would like to have you, our fans, help us make this a meaningful one for our athletes by showing respect for your team, the opposing team, the coaches, and the officials. And in the event of emergency or inclement weather, all fans are asked to enter the building by the theater entrance. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, the number 2 seed, the Dover Green Wave. At forward, a junior, number 3, Anna DeRoy. At forward, a junior, number 14, Meredith Cullen. At forward, a senior, number 16, Callie Casaboon. At midfielder, a sophomore, number 6, Anna Calhoun. Midfielder, a senior, number 9, Ivy Anderson. At midfielder, a senior, number 23, Aaron Lynch. Defender, a senior, number 2, Zen Perlman. Defender, a senior, number 5, Lyden Churchill.
Oh, I know. It keeps going. Yeah.
A defender, freshman, number 13, Molly Anders. Defender, a senior, number 21, Kayla Robbins. And in the goal, a sophomore, number 96, Scarlett Gray. The coach of the Green Wave is Sarah Bichode. Assistant coaches are Elizabeth Morse and Haley Wood. And now let's meet the number 1 Keene Blackbirds. Number 6, Cece Wallia. Forward, a senior, number 16, Maya Stebbins. Forward, a junior, number 5, Olive Thatcher. Midfielder, a senior, number 21, Sophia Miller. Midfielder, a junior, number 35,
Sophia. Good name. Not her sister. That's wrong. Here we go. I fixed it. Sophia.
Thank you.
Yep. Sorry about that. That's me.
No, that's not your
Laura
fault.
Bolero.
I had heard him.
Forward, a senior, number 20, Sarah Weber. At defender, a junior, number 11, Maddie Bodo. A defender, a junior, number 10, Emily Antisevich. A defender, a sophomore, number 13, Natalia Gillis. And in the goal, a senior, number 99, Lily Rowe. The coach is Michelle Gianni, her assistant is Tony Barrera. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise if you are able, and remove your hats, and please face the flag, as we honor America and all of those who have served and sacrificed to defend the freedoms that we cherish, with the playing of our national anthem.
Service Credit Union is the official credit union of the NHIAA and New Hampshire High School Sports. Learn more about their free financial literacy program at servicecu.org/NHIAA. The NHIAA is fortunate to have so many sponsors, including Final Forms. Final Forms leads the way in sports registration for the compliance, health, and safety of our athletes and is the official partner of the NHIAA. Check out Final Forms at finalforms.com for more information. Scott, boy, this is the first time Keene has been in the finals in their program's history. Dover is the reigning champion from 2023. I got to believe this is going to be a battle of the ages here.
It certainly will, Pete, and I apologize. We started off the broadcast trying to get to the point that is the amount of talent out here on this field that we're going to witness here this afternoon. We have two players over on the Dover Green Wave side of the ball. Aaron Lynch going to Sacred Heart University. Leiden Churchill going to University of Maine. And on the other side of the ball, Leiden's going to have a teammate in Sophia Miller. Sophia Miller is going to UMaine. So you have three Division I field hockey players that are about to do battle. And wouldn't you see fit, number 1 and number 2, for the championship?
You know, and both teams in the semifinals won by 1 goal. The both scores for those games were 3-2. So Dover's Erin Lynch, 3 minutes to go, she scored the winning goal against Exeter. And in Keene versus Pinkerton Astros, I believe it was McKenna Nelson that scored the goal that sealed it, but both 3-2. So you talk about evenly matched. They played very evenly in the semifinals against their opponents, and here we go.
In that Dover-Exeter game, Dover pushed them right to the overtime period.
Right to the end.
And that's where Aaron Lynch capitalized with a beautiful wrister at the top of the circle. Great skills both sides of the ball. So this should be a real treat as play gets underway, and Lynch sends it up the field, up across the 50. Ball goes off the foot of a Dover player. That'll be a free hit coming back the other way for Keene. Allaire sends it up the field. Keene works the ball up across the 25 and the 20. Polaro trying to work that sideline, but nicely defended there by DeRoy. Lost the handle. That went out of bounds. Allaire brings it back in. Finds Nelson. Nelson goes out wide to Miller from the 30. Miller with that big rip right into the shooter circle, but just wide of the net and out of bounds. And that ball will come back out to the 16 for the Dover Green Wave. We've seen this all season, Pete, where Miller and Nelson just have the ability to strike that ball and send it upfield quickly and transition the play, which turns into immediate offense for these Blackbirds. Free hit for Keene coming out of their end. DeRoy knocks it down. Anderson has it. Ball gets taken away for momentarily, but referee's going to call a foul, and Aaron Lynch will take it for the Green Wave. Moves 5 yards, sends it in towards the net, gets deflected and out of bounds. That will remain Dover ball.
Rosters, team photos, and more are available in the Championships digital programs. While you watch at home, view the programs on your laptop, tablet, or mobile device at NHIAA.org.
Lynch sets from the 25. And she goes, moves 5. Sends it in the shooter circle. Ball knocked down there. Referee blows the whistle. It'll be Keene ball. As number 13, Gillis, sends it far sideline. Tolan battles for it. Miller gets a hold of it. Foul called. Ball will come back the other way for Dover. Churchill finds Lynch. Lynch from the 35. Looking to catch Anderson. Just out of her reach. DeRoy gives chase. Ball goes out of bounds. Keene will come back the other way. Anastasowicz drives it up the field. DeRoy knocks it down. And Nelson goes wide to Miller. Miller back inside to Nelson. Nice zipper pass. She tries to go far side. And ball goes out of bounds. Just a little bit too much on it for Stebbins to handle. Churchill will insert from the sideline. Catches Lynch. Lynch deflects. Ball pops up in the air. Ref's going to call a dangerous ball on that. It'll come back the other way for Keene. Miller with a big lift, trying to switch fields. Ball goes up in the air. Anderson reaches out, and they're going to call a dangerous stick. So Nelson will take it for Keene from about the 25. She stick handles in through traffic. Lynch slows her down, draws another foul, and Dover will come back up the field. Foot call again. Dover will move up across the 40. Tries to get up across the 50. Knocked out of bounds by Keene. Robbins will have it. Robbins from the 45 goes down low to DeRoy. Ball pops up again, hits Allaire in the arm, and that's going to be a dangerous ball as Keene tries to work back the other way. Center of the field. Nelson takes it, rips one far side, finds Scarlett Miller, but Churchill is there with speed. Goes far sideline, gets up across the 50. Ball goes out of bounds just off her stick. Keene will come back the other way. Miller lifts all the way up to about the 28-yard line into Dover territory. Blackbirds with a chance here. Draw a foul. They go quickly, trying to advance the ball towards the goal mouth. But ball goes out of bounds. And Dover will take it from the 16. Lynch trying to work around Miller. Goes outside. Anderson sends it upfield. Miller gets it back for Keene. She tries to send it downfield. That's intercepted again by Dover. Nelson picks it up. She comes near side, up across the 20, looking for space, working her way into the shooter circle. Goes backhand, catches Lynch's foot. And the Blackbirds are going to have the first corner of the game.
Huge opportunity for the Blackbirds getting that first corner of the game here. Congratulations to all the incredible athletes competing in the NHIAA state championships. As you continue to push your limits and chase greatness, the New Hampshire Liquor Enforcement reminds you to stay strong and responsible. Let's work together to prevent underage alcohol and tobacco use. And here we go with the corner. Scott?
I believe that is Thatcher down on the goal line. Sends it up top. Nelson takes it. Drives it at the net. Deflected out of bounds. Just wide of the net. Great opportunity there for the Blackbirds. Just not able to capitalize on the deflection. But it'll remain Keene's ball. Allaire has it. Sends it to Nelson. Nelson from the 20 gets it in the shooter circle. Churchill steps up, knocks it down. Miller working the 10-yard line. Draws a foul off of Churchill. Miller from the 10, back pass. Ball driven in towards the circle, but knocked down nicely there by the Dover defender. And Keene commits a foul. Dover goes quickly. As soon as they hear that whistle, they are on that ball. Anderson with speed. Gillis gets it back, sends it upfield. Far side, Scarlett Miller. She gets it down low to Thatcher. Tried to cut in towards the net, but loses the handle. Dover with the free hit, goes far sideline. Kossaboon tried to send it up, but it gets turned over back to Keene as they come up near side of the field. Whaler trying to work it, ends up drawing a foul against Dover. Ball struck hard. Referee calls dangerous play, and Dover counters. Aaron Lynch moving up the field quickly. Bellaro. Stop Lynch from advancing. Nelson now comes up across the 30. She goes far side. Big reverse shot from Scarlett Miller as she just misses the net. Far left. The nice opportunity for the Blackbirds. Ball turned over there. Whaler in towards the shooter circle. Moves left. Goes backhand. Lifts it up in the air. Referee's going to call dangerous ball as that ball came up high. Lynch resets for Dover. Heads up the field. Tries to come near sideline and does to Anderson. Anderson with speed. Tries to catch DeRoy. Ball gets knocked back the other way. And Nelson now counters for Keene as she comes up across the 40. Lynch trying to defend her. Nelson finds Miller. Along the 40-yard line, Miller just drags it nicely into the defender's foot and is able to get a call to go her way. Rice for Keene sends it down low, but Churchill's there again. And she pushes the ball up across the 30 and draws a foul on the Blackbirds. So it'll be a free hit for the Green Wave from about the 30-yard line. Lynch is going to take it. She goes far sideline. Dover trying to work the middle of the field. DeRoy catches it, draws another foul. And Lynch is going to slide up and have the free hit. Lynch up across the 40. Tries to get it past Miller, but Miller intercepts. Miller looking for some help. Spins, stick handles. Sends it out to Nelson. Nelson from the 45. Goes far side. But Churchill is there. Scoops it up. They're going to call a body interference call on Churchill. And it'll be Blackbird ball from about the 32-yard line. Miller, big lift. Comes near side all the way to the 20. And the Dover defenders did not give Bellaro 5 yards, so they called the foul on her. And Nelson tries to move it back in, but nicely defended there by Robbins. And the Green Wave counter again, up across the 35. DeRoy with speed, trying to turn the corner. Gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Goes down baseline. Good hustle and defense there from the Keene defender. I believe that was Gillis. Keene comes back up the other way into Dover territory. They send it down low. Thatcher. She's trying to work around Lynch. Lynch slows her down, knocks it out of bounds, allows the Dover Green Wave to get back on defense. And Bellaro will take it. Bellaro for Keene. Lifts it, back pass, tries to catch Nelson. But here comes Anderson. Goes off her foot, and Keene will get it back. Another foul called. A lot of back and forth play here, Pete, by both teams.
Totally expected at this point in the game.
Yep. Bellaro kicks it up to Whaler. Whaler finds Thatcher. Thatcher trying to move into the circle. Whaler gets it back. Back passes to Bellaro. Allaire has it. She tries to advance towards the circle. Ball pops up and out of harm's way for the Dover Green Wave. But another foul committed, and the Blackbirds will have a free hit from about the 40. Miller. Big lift. Tries to switch fields again. Comes over to Bellaro. Bellaro from the 30. Looking for room. Spins. Back pass. Over to Allaire. Allaire looking for an opening. Sends it forward. Miller comes back to get it. Miller from the 20. Trying to stick handle around Dover. And ends up dragging it into the foot of a player for a free hit. Nelson into the shooter circle. Lynch is there. She scoops it up. Tries to clear. Nelson gets it back. Stick handles. Looks for an opening. Goes reverse backhand. Catches the foot of one of her teammates. Great opportunity for the Blackbirds again. They had a lane there to get the ball on net, but just didn't advance the ball onto the goalkeeper. Churchill for Dover, working the 10-yard line. Scarlett Miller moves in, draws a foul, and that's going to be a corner for Keene. And that was CeCe Whaler, on that nice stick handle, outside in move to draw the foul. And we have another corner.
From free checking to the right savings accounts for your whole family, Service Credit Union is there for all your financial needs. Learn more about their free financial literacy programs at servicecu.org/NHIAA.
Thatcher on the goal line. She inserts, comes up top to Nelson. Nelson moves left, goes backhand, shot on net, deflected up in the air and over the top of the net and out of bounds. The great bid from the Blackbirds. Nelson with that nice shot on the reverse. But Dover escapes. Play continues. Ball comes up to the 40. Allaire tries to advance it. DeRoy is there. She turns and spins, stick handling, near sideline. Ball goes out of bounds off of Bolaro's stick, so it'll remain Dover's ball. As Anderson tries to work it up the field. Gets to about the 40. Sends it down low. 10 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. And Keene will have a free hit with 5 on the clock, and we're going to run out of time. End of the first quarter, this state championship matchup between the Dover Green Wave and the Keene Blackbirds.
Heritage Home Services applauds the effort and teamwork of all student athletes competing today. Just like you, we are dedicated to meeting any plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical challenge. We give our all in every job for every customer. Keep striving for greatness. I'd like to introduce the New Hampshire Defensive Player of the Year, Amelia McDonald. She's joined us in the booth. Pretty great honor for her. She plays for the Bedford Bulldogs. Sadly, they were eliminated in the quarterfinals, but provided a great season. Amelia, you provided us 4 great seasons here in Bedford. And Scott, great to have her with us for a few minutes here in between the quarter.
Certainly. Congratulations, Amelia, on your nomination to and actually receiving the award and the recognition of Defensive Player of the Year. Certainly well earned. Tell me a little bit about your Bedford team this year.
We had a very strong team this year. We had a great number of juniors who will begin to continue to carry on our season next year, but we really worked really hard as a team, and you saw it right till our final game that because we played so much of a team, we were able to get those opportunities, and unfortunately we just fell short in the last game.
You certainly did, and you are no stranger to the girls on this field right now with both Keene and Dover. Can you talk a little bit about a couple of the players out there? Maybe start with Erin Lynch.
Yeah, so Erin Lynch, she is a absolute powerhouse for the Dover Green Wave. Every game she just is a standout, and she's going to bring a lot to this game right here. We've already seen her play a lot of some strong defense, really helping Dover get out of their defensive zone. And then Keene, for the Blackbirds, they have Sophia Miller, who's very talented with her stick work. She really is looking for people's foot, as you can tell, and she's going to draw those corners whenever she can find them.
It certainly is, and what an enjoying game here we've had so far. Entertaining game we've had so far. Amelia, just wanted to take a minute, congratulate you not only on your last 4 years, senior captain, finishing off your career here at Bedford High School, but being named the Defensive Player of the Year. Quite a recognition. Good luck as you go on to Ithaca College, is my understanding, continue your field hockey career.
Thank you so much. All
right. Well, you take care, Amelia, and thank you for joining us.
Awesome to have you here. We got that was great. Yeah, thanks for your time, and good luck at Ithaca. Championship apparel is available online from our partners at Northwest Designs, Inc. Commemorate your championship experience with an event, tee or sweatshirt today. Shop online at nwd.com. And the NHIAA wishes to thank every one of their sponsors for this championship series, from the semis right here today to the finals. And we're about to get underway with quarter number 2.
And what we expected, Pete, in that first quarter, a tight game. I'm sure there's nerves out there. This is a state championship game. Dover's trying to repeat back-to-back state championships. Keene has dominated the field hockey circuit so far this year across the state with only one tie, not beaten for the season. So, and that was Dover's story last year. They had gone the entire season with only one tie where they had tied with the Bedford Bulldogs. But they went on to win the state title after no losses. So as the ball drives back in towards the goal mouth and wide, with another bid from Keene starting off quick here in the second quarter. That ball will come back out to the 16-yard line. It'll be a free hit for Dover. Robbins will take it. She finds Anderson. Anderson tries to deflect it up, but Nelson is there for Keene. Lynch, beautiful defensive play, jabs at it. Referee's going to call foul on that. And Nelson's going to have it for Keene. She goes far side, finds Miller from the 35. Miller, stick handling far side. Lays it out. Ball comes down in the corner. Miller comes back in at it. She's double teamed at the 10, but she's able to draw another foul and a free hit. Back pass to her teammate. Keene works it into the shooter circle. Ball bounces up. It's going to be a dangerous ball. And Dover will have it from the 20. Robbins sends it far sideline. Just out of the reach of her teammates. But they recover. And Miller steals it. Miller sends it upfield. Ball bops up in the air again. Referee staying consistent with those balls coming up over the top of knees and hips and calling a dangerous ball. Churchill, far side, just oversteps it. Coming back the other way. Scarlett Miller trying to work it in. And that went off the stick of a Dover player. That'll come out to the 25-yard line. 20-yard line, and remain Keene ball. Nelson cuts back, looking for a lane, finds it, sends it in the circle, catches the foot of a Dover player, and looks like they're calling that in the favor of Keene, and that's going to come the other way. Ball at the 35. Nelson looking for room. Sends it far side. Keene advances up across the 30 to Miller. Miller down low. Just out of the reach of her teammate. Ball goes out of bounds. Dover coming back the other way. Lynch turns, looks for an opening. Sends it up across the 50. Allaire is there. She sends it far side. Ball works its way back in towards Nelson. Nelson to Miller. Miller winds up, rips one. Ball goes all the way up into the shooter circle across the 5 and out of bounds. Just too far ahead of CeCe Whaler as she was trying to chase that ball down and couldn't get there. Robbins sends it up the field. DeRoy knocks it down. Referee's going to call a dangerous ball again as that ball popped up in the air. And Keene will have it from the 45. Allaire sends it inside to Nelson. Nelson spins at the 20. Inside out move, but another foul committed as Robbins sends it up to DeRoy. DeRoy looking for an opening. Decides to go near sideline hard. Sends it in, trying to find Anderson. Can't get it there. Ball pops back out to the 35. Lynch gets it. She forces it up the field. Petrovic had it for a moment and is able to draw a foul on Keene. So Dover will have a free hit. Lynch quickly down low to Anderson. Too hot to handle as that goes off Anderson's stick and out of bounds. Keene will come back out to the 16 with the free hit. Ball comes near sideline. Nice stick handling there from Bellaro as she springs Thatcher, who gets up across the 10, sends it into the circle. Miller tried to go backhand, but lifted it up into the Dover player. Referee calls dangerous ball, and back the other way comes a green wave. DeRoy up across the 50. Looking for space. Keene defenders close quickly. Allaire knocked it off the stick of the Dover player. And that'll be a free hit for Keene. Allaire tries to go inside to Nelson. Draws another foul. Goes outside to Miller. Miller from the 42. Sends it far sideline. Keene tries to work that far sideline. Looking for space. Churchill slows him down and is able to draw a foul off the Keene player. Churchill for Dover. Tries to send it upfield. It comes back the other way. Keene trying to work it down low. Zalaski sends it back to Miller. Miller, 360 spin move, looking for an opening. Goes backhand hard, quickly changes fields. As Bellaro comes up, works it all the way down to the 10-yard line and the 5. She's on the baseline looking for an opening. Sends it to Allaire. Allaire spins. Tries to shoot it down low and catch Whaler, but that goes out of bounds. Went off a Dover player's stick. It'll remain Keene's ball from the 25-yard line. Allaire will have it. Allaire, back pass, catches Petrovic. Petrovic tries to go far sideline. Keene continues up across the 40. Another foul drawn. Ball gets down to the 20, and referee blows the whistle again, and Dover will have the free hit from there. Lynch from the 30, just off her stick. Nelson charges in, works her way into the shooter circle. Ball goes off the foot of a Keene player, and Lynch quickly goes the other way with speed. Bombing up the center of the field, goes across the 50, sends the ball up, catches DeRoy. DeRoy goes off her foot. Keene's going to come back the other way with it. Nelson trying to get up the field. Referee blows the whistle on the reach in there from the Dover defender. And Keene will have it from about the 47-yard line. Miller, big lift upfield. Ball drops about the 40-yard line. Scarlett Miller comes near side across the 20 with speed up across the 10. She backhands it into the circle. Ball pops up off the stick of Robbins, and Keene's going to have another corner, Pete.
That's number 3 for them. I just realized these two teams did not meet in regular season this past year, right? The NHIAA expanded Division I. There were addition of 2 teams, so every team didn't play everyone else. So this is their first meetup. I should have said that earlier and realized that this is a fresh game here. Yeah. Neither team have opposed each other.
Yep, the additions of Goffstown and Portsmouth this year.
That's
nice additions to Division I. As ball comes up top of the circle to Miller. Miller goes to Nelson. Nelson spins, goes backhand. Nicely defended there by Lynch as she keeps that ball from advancing in towards the net. But Nelson gets it back, and she drags the ball into the feet of Casaboon. And Keene will have it. Keene, Allaire, draws another call. Allaire will take that free hit for Keene from the 28. Trying to find Miller, does. Miller in traffic, stick handling. Over to the left, looking for space. Continuing to push, looking for that reverse. She goes goal line, backhands it towards the front of the net to Scarlett Miller. She shoots, knocked down there by Robbins as Dover once again defends nicely and just stifles the Blackbirds' attack. Dover trying to get the ball out of their end. Anderson. She tries to come up near sideline off of Bellaro's stick. And Anderson gets it back. Anderson sends it all the way up to the 40. Battled for. Tolan can't win the ball there. Allaire gets it back. Tries to get around to Roy. She commits a foul. Allaire takes it off the free hit. Catches Miller. Keene, again, trying to change fields and shift this Dover defense as they have stifled every opportunity that Keene's had so far. Miller has a free hit from the 30. Comes inside, finds Nelson. Nelson across the 25, into the 20. Lynch, beautiful jab, pokes the ball away, and she has some space. DeRoy avoids it hitting her foot. She comes up across the 50, goes far side trying to turn the defenders. Chops at it, advances it up towards her teammate, but that ball gets knocked down. And Keene is going to have a free hit from the 20. Nelson looking for room, finds Miller. Miller from the 35. She draws a foul against Dover, and she takes a free hit at it. Advance the ball up the field. Referee calls it again. Again, Pete, these high balls right up around between the knees and the hips, and the referees are calling those as dangerous balls. Staying consistent. Nelson coming back the other way. Whistle blown.
You're going to see a lot of lifts because both of these are grass teams, if I recall, right?
Yep.
Dover certainly isn't Keene. So, yeah, they move the ball by lifting the ball.
Lynch pushes the ball in towards the net. Ball goes out of bounds. It's actually a smart play for Dover. Try and get these Blackbirds back on their 16 and slow them down a little bit here. Beautiful lift up the field. Knocked down there by Anderson from Dover. But Bolaro gets it back. She tries to go up the field. And Robbins stepped up and she knocks it out of bounds. Ball battled for at midfield. Bolaro intercepts. She finds Miller. Miller tries to advance it in. But Lynch, once again, plays smartly, draws a foul on Keene. And Lynch will have it from about the 44. Lynch sends it in to Keene's zone. But that ball goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. And Keene will have it. 2:30 left on the clock in the second quarter of this state championship game. A lot of back and forth. And Dover's going to have a free hit right now from about the 25. Lynch tries to move on it quickly. Referee stops her and resets. And brings Lynch up to the 20. Lynch has to move 5 yards with it. Does. Looking for an opening. She's double teamed. She scoops it in towards the circle. Anderson sends it on net. Goes off the goalkeeper's right pad. Pops up in the air. And that's going to be a corner for Dover.
Dover's first corner. I suspect the ball is going to go to Aaron Lynch, but we'll see.
For those of you who are wondering about that call at home, when a goalie makes a save and kicks the ball and the ball pops up in the air, that's an automatic corner. The ball has to stay down low when the goalie goes to clear it. Otherwise, the referee, at their discretion, can call a dangerous ball. And that's what happened there. So here we are. Dover with a corner. Just under 1:30 left on the clock. Ball inserted. Comes up top. Finds Lynch. Lynch moves right. Tries to advance it. Knocked down by a Keene defender. Might have caught the back of a stick there. And Dover's going to get another chance at this. Keene players asking for an understanding of the foul. Referee gives it, and Dover resets. Robbins sends it in. Comes up top. Looking for Lynch. Lynch turned, shot on net. Knocked down there by Keene. Ball battled for inside the shooter's circle. Players at a stalemate as they're trying to advance it. Referee is going to call another foot call. And Dover's going to get the third corner in a row in less than a minute and a half. And we have 30 seconds left on the clock. Robbins will come down to the goal line. I imagine this ball's coming straight away to Lynch, Pete. Robbins into Lynch. Lynch in the shooter circle. Wrister, shot on the net. Allaire knocks it down.
Wow, what a stop.
Before it gets to the goalkeeper.
What a stop.
Pulls it out of the air. And stops Lynch's bid from getting by the Keene defense. And this game will remain 0-0 at the end of the first half of play.
I mean, that's just wow. I mean, three corners and 3 stops by Keene. Anyways, Hammond Lumber Company is proud to sponsor our high school state champion traditions. Hammond Lumber Company, a 4th-generation family business, carries a full time of building materials and features home planning design centers, all conveniently located in the communities we love to cheer on. Learn more at hammondlumber.com. We're going to take a quick break here for some sponsors, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with second half action.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Hi, my name is Deb Cody and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I serve both residential and commercial clients in New Hampshire and Maine and work with an amazing team of KW colleagues and affiliate partners to help you achieve your real estate goals. In 2022, I ranked in the top 20% of 700 plus agents within my brokerage. I was nominated this past year to serve on the Agent Leadership Committee within my firm and have enjoyed giving back to my colleagues and local community. Are you curious to know how much your home may be worth in today's market? Reach out to me today and I'd be happy to run a complimentary comparative market analysis for you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Here at Bedford High School at the Bedford Field Hockey facility, and there's about 3 minutes before the game gets back underway. And it's our pleasure to have in the booth the New Hampshire NHIAA Coach of the Year, Nicole Armaganian from Concord High School. Thank you for joining us today, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we'd like to touch on, number one, complete congratulations for your season and your coaching prowess. I know a lot of the girls that you coach, and you do an incredible job. You do an incredible job not only for the Concord High program, but you know, spreading into Seacoast and field hockey in general, and you were certainly respected and appreciated by a lot of the girls and a lot of the parents here across the state. So thank you for everything you do, and congratulations on winning that award.
Thank you. Just real briefly, I'm honored. As you know, the other coaches in the Division I program do the voting, so I was quite flattered, and you know, I just like to be the best version of myself for my girls, and this award really is about them, right? Can't be a good leader if you don't have great followers, and
that's right.
My girls have always worked hard, and you know, the parents back me up, my school backs me up, you know, the athletic department, so I appreciate it all around.
Certainly, and you certainly come with a quite a history when it comes to field hockey. You yourself played Division I at UNH.
Yes.
And your daughters, one is currently at Northeastern playing, the other one is going to be playing, just dealing with an injury right now. Division I players and incredible players. And what do you think of the talent out here tonight?
Oh, this is exciting. You can tell that it's pretty equal, that the game is kind of played in the center of the field right now. Both teams are trying to get it to the right-hand side, you know, the strong side of the stick, and each team keeps denying. This is really exciting to watch.
It really is. And, you know, I imagine in a game this big, there's nerves that come into play.
Ooh. Yeah, I have to admit, watching, having played both of these teams, they did start out, they looked a little tight. Yeah. And do you blame them? I mean, the crowd is intense here.
Certainly
There's a ton of spectators.
Yeah.
They're on a neutral site. It's the finals. This is the big game.
Right.
So I get it, and they've seemed to, both teams have loosened up, and I think looks like it might be a 1-goal game here.
It might
Ooh,
be. Can
exciting.
Dover repeat here? And I know you've seen over the years, after your last couple years of coaching, Keene start to build this program.
Absolutely.
And can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah.
The fact that they're here today.
Yeah, Michelle's done a wonderful job with that program. And like you said, I've kind of been involved in the Concord Field Hockey business, if you will, for about 8 years now, between JV and varsity, and she's just built up a good program, and I'm not at all shocked that they are here and that they have future Division I college players on their team. It's
Me
exciting,
either. Me
exciting.
either. Nicole, again, congratulations
Thank
on a
you.
wonderful year, and congratulations on your award and recognition. And we really thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
And
I
enjoy
love
the
it.
rest of the game.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
As play gets back underway here at Bedford High School, Miller comes up to the 50. She's looking for room, splits the defenders, and gets the ball up to about the 30. Ball bounces around that 35-yard line. Dover trying to work the near sideline. Nicely defended there by Nelson as she pushes it further up the field. Lynch comes back, tries to send it up, catches her own player in the foot. Miller's going to have a free hit from the 30 for Keene. Miller, back pass to Nelson. Nelson moves across the 35. She sets it up, gets it off the foot of Angers, and ball goes far side. Ball worked into the shooter circle, pops up in the air. It's going to be a free hit coming back the other way. Robbins will take it for Dover. Anderson gives chase. She pops it up across the 50, back into Keene territory. Ball goes back and forth. Calhoun sends it down deep. And now Keene is countering, coming across the 35. Knocked down there by number 4, Casaboon. She tries to go far sideline and catch DeRoy, but that's just out of her reach, and that ball goes out of bounds. And Keene will come back the other way with it. Off the sideline insert. Doesn't get all of it, but Nelson recovers. She sends it back to Allaire. Allaire goes inside to Whaler. Whaler trying to get around Lynch, but Lynch is on top of her. Foul called against Lynch. That still gives Dover the time to get back and set up on defense. Beautiful stick work there from Allaire. As the ball eventually finds its way to Nelson. Nelson up across the 35. She comes out wide, finding Miller. Miller drives it in towards the net. Just too much on it as that ball goes out of bounds, right side. Play comes back up to about the 35-yard line, goes off the foot of Lynch. And Nelson will take it from the 35. Nelson, big lift, gets it all the way down to the 15-yard line. She catches Bellaro with speed. Bellaro tries to go to the corner. Ends up drawing a foul on Dover and free hit. Brings it back in. Allaire has it along the 5-yard line. Bellaro gives chase. Allaire gets it back. Trying to find Nelson. Nelson pops it in the shooter circle. She's looking for space. Lynch goes into a block tackle. Referee calls a foul. And that's going to be a corner for Keene.
Bank of New Hampshire and NHIAA have teamed up to launch Banking on Kindness and Sportsmanship to recognize those who exemplify respect and support for others. Schools will award special pins to student-athlete nominees, and one standout athletic program will receive a $1,000 donation in June. Nominate at NHIAA.org to participate.
Ball inserted, comes up top. Over to Nelson. She just misses it. Pops over her stick. It goes far sideline as Miller was trying to catch her by shifting the defense in her direction.
Both teams 3 corners for the game so far and haven't been able to capitalize on it.
Ball into the shooter circle. Churchill knocks it down. She tries to send it out, gets it off the foot of a Keene player. And that ball will be a free hit for the Green Wave. Robbins tries to send it out. Whaler working that far sideline along with Bellaro. And Dover moves the ball up across the 50. But once again, turned right back around into Dover's territory. Here comes Nelson, lays it out again for Miller. Miller drives it again towards the circle. Ball battled for, nicely defended there by Churchill. With speed, she comes up the field, up across the 50. She has a little bit of room. She decides to go far side. One-handed, beautiful stick work as she works all the way up across the 20. Churchill working all the way down to the goal line, cuts in, trying to find DeRoy. DeRoy reaches for it, advances it back towards the net. Ball kicked out of bounds.
What a play, though.
Beautiful stick work and
My
footwork
goodness.
from Lyden Churchill. As I mentioned the start of the game, she's on her way to play Division I field hockey at University of Maine. As play gets back underway, Lynch takes a spill. And referee is still going to call that ball to go Keene's way. They'll have it from the 16 with a free hit. And once again, they try and switch fields. On to Miller's stick. Miller from the 30, protecting the ball, looking to drive it. Does. And referee calls dangerous ball again. They've remained consistent throughout the game, Pete. You know, any of those balls that are coming up mid-thigh up to the hip,
They have.
they've
yes.
been calling all of them.
Credit to the referees.
Ball at the 35 in Keene's territory. They're able to work it up across the 50. Nice spin move there by Bellaro. She sends it up. Catches Thatcher. Thatcher goes reverse. Shot.
Oh, my.
Just wide of the net. She got all of that ball.
Oh, that was a matter of inches there.
I think she caught the Dover goalie by surprise a little bit as that thing came with some steam on it. Nice bid from the Blackbirds. And Robbins tries to clear it. She gets it up the field to Angers. Angers looking to get it to Lynch. Call goes against Dover. And that ball will be dropped about the 25-yard line as Allaire sets down and sends it back to Nelson. Nelson back to Allaire. Allaire goes far sideline. Again, looking for room. Whaler to Bellaro. Bellaro driving towards the circle, knocked away by Lynch. Keene counters into the circle, ball towards the net. Miller gives chase. Churchill knocks it down, slows her down, but commits a foul. I think that caught Lyden in the foot. And that's going to be another corner for the Blackbirds. Keene keeps surging.
Eastern Propane is proud to recognize and support the community service efforts of all teams and all sports. Submit your team's community service project, your hours, your photos at NHIAA.org for your chance to win $100 to further your community work.
Just under 7 on the clock. Left in the third. Miller comes near side. Shot on net. Right pad save with Churchill again. Getting a stick on that to slow that ball down. She has played an amazing game so far defensively.
Churchill saved over on that one. What
Certainly
a
did.
great
And we've
defensive
seen
play.
this before. We've watched Lyden play, not only high school, but also in club. Really skilled player. And one of the greatest keys to her game is hustle and grit. And that's what you just saw there down low as she saved that ball from getting across the line. Miller will take it from Keene. From the 20. Looking for space. She's trying to draw defenders. Spins. Sends it in towards the circle. Robbins is there. She tries to clear it. Miller gets back. She spins. Goes reverse. Shot. Saved by the Dover goalie. Scarlett Gray.
What a stop.
That ball came fast and hard up off her waffle. Beautifully played as she stepped out, cut down the angle, and got those hands out in front of her, keeping this a 0-0 game with 5:30 left on the clock in the third quarter. State championship. New Hampshire girls field hockey title on the line for Division I.
You won't see too many goalies stop a shot like that, especially from Miller.
That's right. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Dover ball from about the 18-yard line. Lynch has it. She sends it up the field. She catches Casaboon. They move it up to about the 40. Draw a foul. Anderson will have it. Anderson moves quickly. Looking for a lane. Trying to get DeRoy. Just out of DeRoy's reach. And Keene turns and spins it upfield. And back comes Allaire. Allaire intercepted by Anderson. Anderson tries to catch her teammate. Excuse me, that was Calhoun trying to catch Anderson. Miller comes back the other way for Keene. Miller up across the 50. Goes down low to Scarlett Miller. Scarlett Miller chases the ball down to the 10. Advances it in towards the circle. Ball up top to Nelson. But up and away comes Robbins as she picks it out of the shooter circle and pushes it up the field. Anderson sends it up to DeRoy. DeRoy, foot chase for it. She cuts around to the side. Gets to the 10-yard line. Cuts into the shooter circle. Shoots it towards the net. Gets knocked down there. Again by Allaire, who's also had a great defensive game and made a lot of plays for the Blackbirds so far today. She's been really transitioning the ball up the field. Lynch from the 10. Tries to send it in. Knocked down there by Keene. Nelson comes out with it. She pushes it up the field, but that goes off the foot of Olive Thatcher. And Keene has that free hit. Goes far side. And ball goes out of bounds about the 17.
Hey, folks, today's NHIAA Championship Division I game is brought to you by the Highlight Guy in conjunction with the NFHS Network.
Ball works its way up across the 40. Churchill steps up. She's looking for a lane. Finds Lynch in traffic. Lynch trying to stick handle around the Keene players, but Whaler is there. Ball changes possession, back and forth. This time Bellaro sends it upfield. Gathered there by Perlman. Perlman tries to come up across the 40, loses the handle. Keene advancing. Churchill steps up, intercepts that pass. And that was an odd player rush. Nicely defended there by Churchill as she stops Keene's bid once again. And now she gets Keene to commit a foul. Free hit from the 45. Tries to catch Anderson. Does. Anderson pushes the ball up ahead. But knocked down and comes back the other way. Scarlett Miller with speed. Sends it down low. Catches Olive Thatcher. Thatcher pushes it ahead. And she reaches in and commits a foul. It'll be a free hit for Dover. Just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Lynch, she spins. Sends it upfield. She catch Calhoun. Ball goes out midfield. And Bellaro got tripped up. And referee's going to call that back the other way for the Blackbirds. Miller has it. Comes across the 35. Up across the 30 and the 25. Drives it towards the net. Lynch knocks it down, but it goes off her stick and hits her foot. Scarlett Miller goes baseline. Tries to get it in closer to the goal mouth. But Robbins is there. And slows him down. Excuse me, that was Perlman. Nice defensive play by Perlman. Lynch from the 30. She sends it upfield. Catches Anderson. Anderson tries to push it up across the 45. Battled for there. by Rice as she sends it the other way for Keene. Nelson gets it. McKenna Nelson jabbed at defensively by Lynch to slow her down, but Nelson gets it back. She comes up across the 20. She's looking for room. She's in the shooter circle. She goes backhand. Ball pops up off the top of her stick. And referee's going to call free hit going the other way for Dover. Robbins sends it upfield, far side. Angers. She goes sideline with it. Catches her teammate as Dover and DeRoy push it up across the 30 and the 20. Drive it in towards a circle. Goaltender has to play it. Kicks it out far side. And stop there. That'll be the end of the third quarter. And we still have a 0-0 tie at the end of 3.
Unbelievable. That was a nice kick out by Lily Roll. She's actually headed to Westfield State. I'm going to do a couple of sponsor acknowledgments. And, Scott, I'd like to spend a couple minutes talking about the coaches for each of these teams. Coca-Cola Bottling Northeast is a valued sponsor of the NHIAA. Coca-Cola Beverages Northeast proudly supports the NHIAA and its championships. You can visit them at CokeNortheast.com. And if you're a little too chilly for a Coke today, I recommend the coffee because the NHIAA's coffee sponsor is Aroma Joe's. And Aroma Joe's would like to acknowledge all of the players in the championship series. The NHIAA certainly wants to thank Aroma Joe's for providing the free coffee to our championship volunteers and officials. They're going to need it tonight. Visit aromajoes.com to check out the menu and find a location near you. Scott, I had the pleasure of exchanging a few emails with Michelle Tiani, the head coach of the Blackbirds, yesterday. She's an 18-year coach, so she's a veteran of this. She's a Keene State graduate. And she's also been, she didn't say this, but I looked her up on the internet. She was also awarded Physical Education Teacher of the Year for the Keene School District just a few years ago. She taught 12 of the athletes that are playing on the Keene Blackbirds team. She taught them at Simons Elementary School as their PE teacher years ago. So you talk about a team that is just well connected. And she wanted me to shout out, and I'm delighted to do this. She wanted me to shout out to all of her Simons students that are watching today. And boy, I hope it's SYMONDS. That's Simons. I sure hope that's not pronounced Simmons. But regardless, congratulations to Coach Tiani. And great to have her students, both former and current, watching the game here today. You know very well the Dover coach, Coach Michaud.
Yes. Yep. She certainly, here we are coming off for the Dover Green Wave, a championship season last season, state champs 2023. And, Sarah has coached at the Seacoast club level for a number of years, helped run that program. She knows girls all throughout the state, does an incredible job, not only as a head coach at Dover, obviously bring them to that state title game and to win the championship last year, but also in that club program and bringing the girls all over the place, up and down the eastern seaboard, playing in these college showcases. She's a huge cheerleader and proponent for these girls moving on to play at the higher levels, engages parents at all levels as well. And certainly hats off to her and her successes over there at Dover. And here we are.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And both of our daughters have had the pleasure and honor of being part of Coach Michaud's teams at the Seacoast over the years. And she's really inspired both of them to go on to play post high school. So congratulations to Coach Michaud and Coach Tiani on their appearance here today in the finals.
As play gets back underway, fourth quarter, 0-0. As this has been a very evenly matched game, and Keene works the ball all the way up into the 10-yard line, trying to get in the shooter circle. But Perlman steps up and defends again nicely, as she's had a heck of a game, both her and Robbins back there, along with Churchill slowing this Keene attack down. Dover trying to get it up across midfield. Nelson gathers it for Keene, splits the defenders, moves right. Nelson with a little bit of room. Lynch gets back. Nelson still looking for an opportunity. Quick spin and backhand that comes back up in the air. And referees are going to call a dangerous ball on that. It'll be Dover's free hit coming back the other way. Robbins trying to catch DeRoy. Allaire's there for Keene. She spins. Anderson steals it from her. Far sideline. Gets up across the 50. Continues. Up across the 30. With speed. Anderson protecting the ball all the way up the field. But ball stolen there by the Blackbirds. As I think that might have been Bellaro over there that knocked that ball down. And ball goes to midfield. Battled for. Ball comes up. Angers has it. She finds DeRoy. DeRoy into Anderson. Made its way into the shooter circle, but back out again. Anderson works it back in. Diving for it is Tolan for Dover as she tried to get to it, but that ball went out of bounds before she could corral it. And Keene will have the free hit from the 16. Big drive up the field. And that ball goes all the way out of bounds, up into Dover territory at about the 45. Ball at midfield. Miller looking for room. Cuts up across the 40. Up to the 30. Continues to come and hook down around the 10-yard line. In towards the shooter circle. Ball battled for. Miller gets it back. Goes with a reverse. In front. Out in front of the goal mouth. Ball bounced around. Dover goalie stayed square to that ball. And the Blackbirds couldn't capitalize as that ball went out of bounds. Robbins for Dover sends it up the field trying to catch Lynch. Lynch trying to get by Miller. Miller falls down, recovers, gets the ball. Back pass to her teammate. As Weber sent it up the field for Keene. And ball went out of bounds. So Dover will take it. Robbins sends it up across the 30. Ball battled for. At about the 45. But guess who's there? It was Allaire who sent it back the other way. Gets it onto Miller's stick. Miller. Defended by Lynch as she jabs at it. Tries a block tackle. Miller gets it into her feet. Gets a free hit. She sends it into Nelson. Nelson with room. Goes reverse. At the net. Pad save by the Dover goalie. Backhand score by the Keene Blackbirds off the rebound. Nelson with the shot. Beautiful pad save. But I believe that was number 5, Olive Thatcher, that was able to get her stick on that and go backhand, drag the ball away from the Dover goalie, and put it in the back of the net. As the Blackbirds go up 1-0 here, just under 11 minutes on the clock.
And we are getting confirmation that was a goal by number 5, Olivia Thatcher.
Very well executed there. Once again, McKenna Nelson, she just dominates. She's, she's just such a force out there when she gets the ball on her stick. And she worked into traffic, found a lane, and went with that quick, nice reverse. And it was a beautiful pad save by Scarlett Gray to start. But Olive Thatcher was there to scoop up that rebound and move the goalie from one direction to the other, and she went backhand and put in the back of the net. And the Blackbirds have the lead. Dover trying to get the ball into Keene's end. Nelson comes back the other way up across the 50. DeRoy hustles back. She steals it. She sends it upfield. Ball goes all the way back to the 20. Keene tries to send it out, hits Anderson in the foot, and that'll be a free hit for Keene.
You know,
Gillis will take it.
There was plenty of time for Dover here, and they showed that in the semifinals where they were down 2-0 against Exeter and came back to win the game 3-2. So still a lot of field hockey left and plenty of time for Dover.
Yeah, no lead is safe in a state championship game.
That is true.
Allaire will inbound it at the 40. Looking for room. Finds a lane. Sends it up. Knocked down there by Robbins for Dover. She gets it across midfield. And Keene commits a foul. Referee will set Lynch. Actually, set Dover all the way back to the 40. Robbins will take it for Dover. Tries to go far side. Knocked down there by C.C. Whaler. Whaler up across the 20. Pushes it in to the 10. Ball comes out. Spin. Shot by Scarlett Miller, but doesn't get its way to the goal mouth. And referees call a dangerous stick there.
Nice kick out by Scarlett Gray, the goalkeeper for Dover.
Nelson. Far sideline to Bellaro. Bellaro quickly moves the ball up all the way across the 10 and the 5. She works it in the shooter circle. She jabs at it. Down low, goes off the stick of Bellaro and out of bounds. It's amazing, Pete. We've called all these games, and it always seems to be in the fourth quarter when a team goes up, that clock seems to tick just a little bit faster.
It does tend to speed up, doesn't it?
As the green wave comes charging up the field, Anderson sends it up to the 20. Ball bounces around in the air, and that'll be a free hit coming back Keene's way. Dover looking for a lane and to get some offense going. Weber took a swipe at it, but that ball is going to remain Dover's possession. Excuse me, that was Rice. Lynch trying to get it in the shooter circle. Anderson spins, chops at it, gets the foot of Nelson. And that's going to be Dover's ball just outside the shooter circle. Lynch will take it from about the 22. Goes 5 yards, looks for a lane, pushes it into the circle. Anderson chips at it, but Bellaro's there. She brings it out of harm's way all the way up to the 25, goes far sideline, up to about the 40, and Keene continues to push the ball up across the 50. And they're going to have a free hit. The referee's going to call that infraction back at about the 40. Ball might have gone out of bounds there. Allaire looking to advance it. DeRoy stick handles into traffic. Referee's going to call a free hit for Keene again. Allaire sends it in to Bellaro. Nelson has it. Nelson again, stick handles through 4 Dover players. 5. Works her way up to the 30. Lays it out for Miller. Miller down low. Shot. Save. Poked at by the Dover goalie. And out of the way as she makes a beautiful save. Scarlett Gray keeping this game 1-0.
There'll be a corner there. Granite State Dairy Promotion supports student athletes and our hardworking athletic trainers. Learn more about how we're recognizing the athletic trainers at NHIAA.org. Then get a glass of low-fat chocolate milk with 8 grams of natural protein ready for your athlete.
Keene inserts, comes up top to Nelson. Nelson rips a shot just wide to the right. Dover dodged a bullet right there, Pete. I think there was smoke on the back of that ball.
It sure was.
Nelson got all of it. Referee calls ball to remain Keene's possession. Miller moves forward, draws another foul off of Anderson. Miller will have it. Senior captain headed to UMaine to play field hockey. Nelson tries to find Miller. Lynch is there. Lynch slows him down, draws a foul. Lynch sends the ball upfield. Michaud's going to call timeout, gather the troops. Just under 5 minutes left.
Smart move, yep. 5 minutes to go.
The Blackbirds are up 1-0.
Final Forms leads the way in sports registration for the compliance, health, and safety of our athletes and is an official partner of the NHIAA. Please check out finalforms.com for more information. The NHIAA thanks all of their sponsors, especially Service Credit Union. Service Credit Union is proud to offer School Spirit debit cards for NHIAA schools. Visit NHIAA.org to learn how to sign up your school, that is, for free financial literacy training. Earn cash bonuses for your programs and spread your school spirit. Well, we get a little break here in the action. 1-0. Nothing less than I would have expected as far as these two teams, Scott. And I got to believe Coach Michaud is just getting her players pumped up for the final 4 minutes. They know what to do. They've done it before. I'm sure that's what she's telling them right now. You did it with Exeter. You can do it here against the Blackbirds. And this should be a very exciting little over 4.5 minutes to go.
Well, both sides of the ball, Pete. You know, we're under 5 minutes here left in this state championship game for the Division I title. Grit is the best way you could describe this game. Just complete, tenacious play on both sides of the ball. But Keene's got the better of it. They seem to be dominating when it comes to, field play and advancing into Dover territory again and again, as Miller has it again from the 25. And she goes far side to Bellaro. Bellaro from the 20. She handles down low again. She spins, tries to get in the shooter circle. Lynch back over the other side of the field to slow her down. But they're going to call a free hit for Keene. Ball back up top. Keene gets it up into the top of the shooter circle. They're looking for space. Knocked down there again by Lynch, but they're going to call a corner in Keene's favor.
That's number 6 for Keene.
The crowd is certainly into it. They're on their feet, cheering on both teams here.
We're shaking up here.
Just under 3:30 on the clock. Ball inserted. Nelson rips a shot.
Good.
Hits Anderson in the arm. Referee's going to blow the whistle there. And a dangerous hit as that ball came up in a hurry. Anderson appears to be okay. Lynch sends it upfield. Goes all the way up. Catches Tolan. Tolan sends it up across the 40. She's trying to find Churchill, but couldn't connect. Miller has it. Goes out of bounds. Looks like Michaud has moved Churchill up the field, Pete, in trying to get some offense started. Lynch, near sideline. Sends it up to the 30. Miller gets it back. She spins. She advances it up across the 50. Robbins is there. She comes back the other way. Cuts across the 50, gets a free hit. She gets up to the 30. Far side of the field, but Bellaro gathers it for Keene. Sends it up to the 50-yard line. Back comes Robbins. She spins, tries to shoot it up the field. Can't. As Whaler comes back the other way. She spins, sends it back in towards the shooter circle. Scarlett Miller with a wrister that goes high and wide, but that goes off the stick of a Dover defender, and that's going to remain Keene ball as they quickly countered and turned that into offense. Ball up top. With speed comes Anderson. She's bombing up the field, up across the 40, into Keene territory. She gets it off the foot of Bellaro. It's going to be a free hit for Dover. We're just under 2 minutes to play in this state title game for the Division I championship. Lynch goes far side, trying to catch Anderson, but that ball goes out of bounds. Minute 30 on the clock. Allaire will take it from Keene's 15. She stays far sideline, advances, ball goes out of bounds. That ball will be reset at about the 32. Keene tries to work it into Lynch. Lynch just loses the handle, ball goes up. Robbins knocks it down, but Bellaro comes back the other way. She sends it up to Thatcher. Thatcher tries to turn it upfield. Dover gets it back into Keene's end. Under a minute left. Miller, near side to Scarlett Miller. Scarlett Miller works it in towards the circle, sends it in towards the net. One-time bid there by C.C. Whaler. But that ball goes just far side of the net to the right. And Lynch comes back the other way. Churchill up across the 50 with speed. She has the defender turn, cuts up across the 20. She's looking for an opening, works into the shooter circle, spins, pushes it towards the net, knocked down there by the Keene defender. Ball will come out to the 25. There's under 10 seconds left. Lynch has to hurry. Lynch moves to the right, sends it in towards the circle. Dover advances the ball.
Oh, and they're going to get a corner.
And they get a corner.
Yep, that's how the game
time
went.
is just about to run out. Referee calls it. There is no time left on the clock, folks. This will come right down to the end here. Can the Dover Green Wave convert on this corner? Robbins comes down to the goal line. Keene players put on the protective equipment. Referee setting up the players, getting ready to give the signal. Whistle blows. Robbins inserts, finds Lynch. Lynch, wrister towards the net, deflected, knocked down.
And that'll
end it. The Keene Blackbirds have won the Division I Girls 2024 New Hampshire State Championships.
Oh my goodness. First time ever in a championship game since the program inception at Keene. And they are now 1 for 1 when it comes to Division I championships.
Well, they certainly controlled the game, Pete, in that second half. They just kept pressing. Dover really struggled to get the ball up across the 50, and they were able to execute their game plan, which is balls to the net and getting balls down low into those corners. And they just played their hearts out. Great game played by the Keene Blackbirds. And from the start of the season to the end of the season, they certainly have earned this title.
They have not lost a game all season, and I'll tell you, I think my takeaway is they spent a lot of time in the Dover zone, and clearly they got the one goal they needed. However, Dover, you just got to admire their defensive capabilities. They just kept stopping Keene's onslaught, and you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Michaud and her team for the work they did.
Well, it shows you very hard to win a championship and even harder to win a back-to-back championship. And yes, the Dover Green Wave, all throughout that entire side of the field, played a great game, had a great tournament, and had a great season. And again, you get to see some of these players like Lynch and Churchill advance on to continue their collegiate career. Certainly be missed on the New Hampshire High School field hockey venue, but they leave a nice legacy, as did Audrey Carter before them, who went off to UMass Lowell, and they certainly should be, awarded and recognized for a second place finish. But today is a day for the Keene Blackbirds to be crowned the champions of Division I field hockey.
Yes, indeed, they sure are. And we'd like to thank Bedford High School for their hospitality and assistance with helping us bring your game, or today's Division I championship game. We'd also like to thank our friends at the NFHS Network, Dave Blanchard and Don Boyle, for allowing our team to live stream the NHIAA playoffs on their network. For Steve Cody, our executive producer, the highlight guy, and Scott O'Donnell, I'm Pete MacDonald. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. So long, everyone.
You two guys are a good team. Oh, it's fun. Let's begin. Excuse me, ladies. With the NHIAA Field Hockey Committee members, Kelly Braley and Nicole Treadway will present the awards. Would the head coach and captains from Dover High School please come forward to accept the Division I state runner-up plaque? Now the student athletes will come forward when their name is called to receive your medals. Number 1, Ella DeRoy. Number 2, Zen Perlman. Number 3, Hannah DeRoy. Number 4, Emma Casaboon. Number 5, Lyden Churchill. Number 6, Anna Calhoun. Number 7, Gianna Leonardi. Number 8, Autumn Bernier. Number 9, Gabby Anderson. Number 10, Ella Carter. Number 11, Sydney Lane. Number 12, Riley Phillips. Number 13, Molly Andrews. Number 14, Meredith Tolan. Number 16, Callie Casaboon. Number 19, Alexis Clough. Number 20, Lizzie Cook. Number 21, Kayla Robbins. Number 23, Erin Lynch. Number 24, Ireland Betts. Number 95, Jasmine Nemeth. And number 96, Scarlett Gray. Congratulations to the Dover Green Wave on a great season. And now with the head coach and captains from Keene High School, please come forward to accept the Division I State Championship plaque. By the way, this is the first ever championship for Keene High School in football. And now with the student athletes, please come forward. Your name is called to receive your medals. Number 3, Scarlett Miller. Number 5, Olive Thatcher. Number 6, Cece Wallier. Number 7, Audrey Wright. Number 8, Harper Zalowski. Number 9, Paige Ellis. Number 10, Emily Antisevich. Number 11, Avery Allaire.
You're going to need it at 7.
Number 14, Emma Petrovich. Number 15, Maddie Bedell. Number 16, Maya Stebbins. Number 17, Lila Danovich. Number 18, Natalia Gillis. Number 19, Lola Bolero. Number 20, Sarah Weber. Number 21, Sophia Miller. Number 22, Camille Hansen. Number 23, Kate Beard. Number 24, Ella Rice. Number 25, Lauren McLean. Number 31, Liz Hutchins. Number 35, McKenna Nelson. Number 55, Dana English. And number 99, Lily Rowell. Congratulations to Keene Blackbirds on the 2024 state championship. Let's go! Let's go, girls! Nice and relaxed.